Good morning everyone, welcome to another video. Today is the 28th of December and what do we have here? Tropical water lily. This is Nymphaea zenkeri, the Egyptian, and basically from the Nile basin. What a beauty, huh? Flowering in December. Since I filmed the water lily, I decided to continue the filming with the rest of the garden. Bamboos are always growing, and here is the Inga. Let's see if it's still growing. Yup, still growing. You can see some damage from the wind, but the tips are still growing. They look a bit damaged. Yeah, they got some damage from the cold. Brookmansia, as always, doesn't feel any cold. The soursop has finally stopped growing. You can see damaged. Yes, it's done. You can see the tip here. It's done, but here is still growing. Some tips are still growing. The soursop. This is 2 seasons now. One. I lost count. I lost track. Of course, still growing. Lychee doesn't look too good. But it's okay. This plant was got sunburned originally when I planted it, but it came back from the dead. Alocasias are still doing fine. Ginger too. This is shell ginger. It's doing just fine. Orchids, we will see. Pecan is done for the season, shedding the leaves. Not a bad size. It is grafted, but I don't know the variety. The Areca palm doing just fine like always. Survives our hot summer, survives the medium winters. All is good. Hamedore has never had any problems with the cold. As you can see, new growth, like always. I have two species. This is another species of Hamedorea, but I don't really know the names. Finally, this rapid palm has shown signs of life. Also this one. 3 died, 2 lived. Very beautiful palm that grows from rhizome. The rhizome goes on underneath and gives new growth in new places all the time. Basil will continue flowering throughout the winter, giving food to the bees. Here's another Hamidorea, Archondophoenix, and Caryota palm. Caryota, I don't remember the species name, just the genus. It's in the ground for 2 years now, and it's doing perfectly fine. Mango, no signs of stress still. All is good, doing just fine. Bananas, I made the mistake and cut the flower. See here on the bottom, I cut the male flower and it was a mistake. It stops the development of the fruit. You have to leave the flower on so that the plant continues to send in the nutrients needed for the bananas to grow. Another mango, doing just fine. The black sapote, still growing. Nice. Sugar apples have stopped growing. No signs of stopping this jackfruit yet. Yeah, still growing. End of December, it's almost New Year and it's still growing. In a pot, 2 years old. If it was in the ground, it would have been at least 60 centimeters taller by now. Maybe I should plant it in the ground next year or just leave it here and buy a new one for the ground. Longan is still growing. It's not doing too well. You can see the yellowish leaves. It's not doing very well. Maybe it needs more sun, because maybe it's because of the banana. Doesn't get much sun. Hamerops, of course, is doing just fine. Mulberry still has some leaves on. Persimmons, of course, they are bald by now. The figs still have a few leaves. avocado, pomegranate, persimmons, zamia. This little palm here that's burned from the sun, of course it's burned because it's a Kendia. Kendia palms don't like the sun. Another zamia, some wood fern, bird nest fern, and a tiny tree fern that's almost dead. Still alive, but still hanging on. Some cichas, monsteras absolutely never have any cold related problems. Even when we had the frost once, no damage even on the leaves. Suriname cherry also, no complaints. This apricot still has everything on. My oranges are getting close. Pomegranates are still green. No signs of winter yet on them. On the other hand, the walnut is, I guess it's the sickness on the leaves that is giving this color. Because as you can see, the not so sick leaves are still green. But I guess another month and it will shed everything. This cherry moya is doing perfectly fine. Yeah, it stopped growing, but no signs of winter stress. Yeah, it's not growing anymore. This sugar apple was growing until recently, but now it's done. This is also from seed. This is 3 years old now, just 3 years from seed. The sugar canes, of course, no complaints, always growing, always. Cherry moyas down here don't behave like deciduous trees. They just change leaves. I mean, it will be probably April. The leaves will be still on, and I will forcibly cut all the leaves so it gives the new leaves so that it starts flowering, you know. So it just changes leaves. Plumeria some winters sheds the leaves, some winters it doesn't. Maybe in a month it will shed everything. Maybe. It depends. 1 or 2 really cold nights, it's enough for the leaves to drop. Basil, as always, in full flowering, full bloom. And here we have the last seedling mango, doing great. And here some water plants. and tropical water lilies. Here it's what's left from the rose apple that got burned during the summer.